Everyone, today we're going to do our second video of exponents. If you saw my video before, there was a video before this, we did exponents, like the very basics of it, and now we're just going to continue from it. And in this lesson, we'll be learning like square roots, cube roots, like that stuff. Let's continue. Okay, this is the little presentation I made. Exponents. So there's gonna be four parts of this. There's gonna be parts of an exponential number, square roots slash numbers, cube roots slash numbers, how to calculate square roots or cube roots using factor trees. Because when the numbers get high, like let's say 79 cubed, you can't really multiply it. No, you can multiply, but it's harder. And how to calculate the square root of, I meant square roots and cube roots, because you can't divide them and it would just take too much time. So now we're gonna start. Parts of an exponential number. So the bigger number, the bigger number is called the base. Wait, giving me problems. So the bigger number, which we're going to call x, because x is a variable, it can mean anything, so that's the base. The smaller number, which is n at the point in this diagram, which would be the exponent. And the whole thing, that's why it's circled, like in dotted lines, is called the power. So that's part of an exponential number. Let's continue. Square roots or square numbers or roots. What is a square of a number? The square of a number is a number, n, it's a variable, is n times n. So the notation would be n squared. So the square of a number is basically the number, what's it equal to? So examples are 2 squared equals to 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 equals to 4. 5 squared, which equals to 5 times 5, which equals to 25. 10 squared, which equals to 10 times 10, which equals to 100. So this is just a diagram of all the perfect squares. All of these can be divided by the same number, like a number like twice. So I'll show you. Like this can be 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, basically like that. Cube roots, cube numbers or roots. What is a cube of a number? The cube of a number n is n times n times n. The notation is n cubed. Examples: 2 cubed equals to 2 times 2 times 2 equals to 8. 5 cubed equals to 5 times 5 times 5, which equals to 125. 10 cubed equals to 10 times 10 times 10, which equals to 1,000. I put another diagram, so it's like the square root, but this is the cube root, so they have 3, then the numbers get higher. How to calculate square roots, square and cube roots using factor trees. So you're going to build a factor tree for your number to break it into prime factors. You're going to group those factors for a square root, group them into pairs, 2 of each prime. For a cube root, group them into triplets, 3 of each prime number. Pull one factor per group outside the radical. Any unpaired or untriplet pairs stay under the root. I'm going to show you an example. So I'm going to stop sharing for a bit and we're going to go to the other screen. Okay. Now we're going to go to this screen and there we have it. We're going to follow the exact same steps that I put down. We're going to find the square root of, let's say, I don't want to make it too easy, so let's just say 64. The square root, my thing is this, which equals to, if you don't know what, it would be 8 times 8, so the square root would be 8. But if you didn't know your multiplication, the factor trees are really helpful. 64 is going to keep on dividing them until we have like the prime factors. So 2 times 23, which 4 times 16, which equals 2 and 2, and 2 and 8, and 2 times 4, and 2 times 2. These are, we're gonna now pair them up. So I'm just gonna highlight them. Okay, we're gonna pair them into pairs. So it would be 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, that's it. And now we're going to take out the squares because the squares cancel each other out. So we take out this one, this one, this one. So the answer would be 2 times 2 times 2, which equals to 8. I'm just gonna scroll down so we can do another example. Okay. For our next example, I'm gonna do a pretty hard number so we can see if the method actually works. We're gonna do 196, and we're gonna keep on dividing until we get the prime numbers. If you don't know like how it gets in, you can just multiply it by like 2 if you can just divide it by 2 each time because it's a even number. So 2 can go into 196 9 times. No, 2 can go into 19 9 times, and there's 1 left over, so 16 8. 2 can go into 98 4 times and 9 times. 2 can't go into 49, but 7 can. 7 can go into 49 7 times. So that's how things. So it would be 7 squared times 2 squared. But then we take out the squared part. So it would be 7 times 2, which equals to 14. And I'm gonna just take out my calculator just to check if 14 times 14 is my calculator. So to check 14 times 14 equals to 196. So it's correct. And using a factor tree does work. Let's continue. So that's basically how to find all of them. Oh wait, don't forget you must always put like a 2. Okay, no. Don't put a 2 if it's a cube number, but if it's like a squared number, we must. So I'm gonna do a squared number example. Let's start. I'm just gonna use a square number. We're gonna use 512 as an example. Cube root 500. Okay, that's number 7. It's a 5 and a 1. My handwriting is really bad. So 512, we're going to start dividing by 2 because it's an even number. I can go into 2 twice, and then 5 times, and then 6 times. 2 can go into it once, twice, 8 times. So 6 times, 4 times, 2 can go into it. I'm gonna have to make it smaller. 2 times can go into it 3 times and twice. 2 can go into it twice and 16. 2 and 8. It's getting really long. So I'm just gonna do it from up there. So 2 and 8, which would be 2 and 4 and 2 and 2. Okay, now we're just gonna highlight all of them. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I skipped this one because I already done it there. Anyways, I'm just gonna pair them into 3s. So that would be 2, 3, 2, 3. Yes. Let's see if we actually get, and one more. This one. Don't forget it or you will make a mistake. Okay, 2, 3. So it would then be 2, 3 times 2, 3 times 2, 3. But we cancel all the 3's out, which would leave us with 2 times 2 times 2, which would be 8. And I'm going to show you my calculator wherever it went. Okay, 8 times 8 times 8. Wait, why did I press plus? I'm going to just redo it so I don't make any mistakes. 8 times 8 times 8. 512. So yes, our answer was correct. I hope this video helped you understand exponents, square roots, and cube roots and how to calculate it a little bit better. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.